Hi guys, welcome back my YouTube channel Rosentech. So let's start video where we left in the previous video. Before we start the video, please subscribe my channel and click bell icon. Let's start. There came to him, stirred by the warmth of the fire and the gentle aroma of tea, a thousand tangled recollections of old time springs. The spring of 1896. He was 48, an age at which a permanence of habits begins to be predictable. He had just been appointed housemaster with this and his classical forms. He had made for himself a warm and busy corner of life. During the summer vacations, he went up to the Lake District with Rodden, a colleague. They walked and climbed for a week until Rodden had to leave suddenly on some family business. Chip stayed alone at Wasdale Head, where he boarded in a small farmhouse. One day, climbing a great gable, he noticed a girl waving excitedly from a dangerous looking ledge. Thinking she was in difficulties, he hastened toward her, but in doing so slipped himself and wrenched his ankle. As it turned out, she was not in difficulties at all, but was merely signaling to a friend farther down the mountain. She was an expert climber, better even than Chips, who was pretty good. Thus he found himself the rescued instead of the rescuer, and neither role was one for which he had much relish, for he did not, he would have said, care for women. He never felt at home or at easy with them, and that monstrous creature beginning to be talked about. The new woman of the 90s filled him with horror. He was a quite conventional person, and the world viewed from the heaven of Brookfield seemed to him full of distasteful innovations. There was a fellow named Bernard Shaw who had strongest and most reprehensible opinions. There was Lapson too with his disturbing plays, and there was this new craze for bicycling which was being taken up by women equally with men. Chips did not hold with all this modern newness and freedom. He had vagination, if he ever formulated it. That night's women were weak, timid, and delicate, and that nice man treated them with a polite but rather distant chivalry. He had not therefore expected to find a woman on Great Gable, but having encountered one who seemed to need masculine help, it was even more terrifying that she should turn the table by helping him, for she and her friend had to. He could scarcely walk, and it was a hard job getting him down to steep track to Wasdale. Her name was Catherine Bridges. She was 25, young enough to be Chip's daughter. Was She had blue, flashing eyes and freckled cheeks and smooth straw-colored hair, cool hair. She too was staying at a farm on holidays with a girlfriend, and as she considered herself responsible for Chip's accident. She used bicycle along the side of the lake of the house in which the quiet middle-aged serious-looking man lay resting. That was how she thought of him at first, and he because she rode a bicycle and unafraid to visit a man alone in a farmhouse sitting room wondered vaguely what the world was coming to. His sprain put him at mercy, and it was soon revealed to him how much he might need that mercy. She was a governess out of job, with a little money saved up. She read and admired Ibsen. She believed that women ought to be admitted to the unversitized. She even thought they ought to have a vote in politics. She was radical with leaning toward the views of people like Bernard Shaw and William Morris. All her ideas and opinions she poured out of Chips during those summer afternoons at Wasdale Head, and he, because he was not very articulate, did not at first think in worthwhile to contradict them. Her friend went away, but she stayed. What could you do with such a person? Chips thought. He used hobble with sticks along a footpath leading to the tiny church. There was a stone slab on the well, and it was comfortable to sit down facing the sunlight and green brown majesty of the gable and listening to the chatter of well. Yes, Chips had to admit it a very beautiful girl. So take care guys. See you the next video, and thank you so much for watching my video.